also gives you more opportunity. Doc seems like you guys are pretty geeked up for Saturday, and I think the fans have been talking about it too. Little Mike and talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think, and we're looking forward to that. We got to be geeked up tomorrow. They come out every day to this point, have the message for them. Just a second ago, a good team at this part of camp, and start to get tough and start to get real tired. Find a way to motivate that for day. So we got to come out tomorrow and have 2. Morning and afternoon to come back. I'm excited about doing Saturday night. So that's an opportunity to get them off their feet during the day. We can meet with them when they come back that night and turn the lights on a little bit later on. That's our game time. Make it like game day. The way we feed them and the way we meet, the way we get them up and the whole deal. So
Nick and Amaretto both they struggled a little bit yesterday, honestly, and it seemed like they were feeding off each other today. Nick hit a couple early, and it seemed like they were feeding off each other again, and both of them were hitting.
Both they look at that game. Hey, to be fine. You got a little strain on that.
How important is it to get those guys ready? I know that, kickouts were an issue, and both of those guys had strong feet too.
Yeah. So bottom line is you have to really trust them in the game. Put them in situations with real heat on, real pressure, see how they respond to one day.
Corey Tyndall hasn't missed a beat since spring and coming back.
The players do. They come to work every day, and just what he does. He's starting to rub off on some of the other guys too. So a lot of other guys do the same thing.
Devontae Allen made a couple plays in the team portion, and for him to get reps and get back to full strength, very important.
No question. He hadn't played ball in a while. He's out all spring and he just missed the first week of camp. But for him to get back out, he's a tremendous athlete. He's got tremendous skills. It won't take him long to get back into it. And also, sure, he's not out there live, but him being on the field and working out, hopefully by Monday we'll have him back out there.
Reese is getting a lot of reps, and now he's kind of held out too.
He got a little bang.
You mentioned the 10 to 12 deep at receiver. How close are you, and do you see the progress coming in?
I didn't say we were 10 to 12 receivers. We're looking to find. I'd love to have that many that can play. We're not there yet. I think potentially we can get there. Some of those young kids, and they just got to continue. Justin Hunt and Knight, even a couple of the other guys need to continue to get better. But we have those bodies we need to find in the 12.
How difficult is this portion of camp? You mentioned for everybody this portion, but especially for the freshmen that are coming in, that lull hits a little bit stronger.
Yeah, we've been it's all footballs for now about a week and a half. We grind them awful hard, but that's what camp's all about. It's going to put you have 29 practices between now and prior to your first game, and that's more practice basically than you have the entire the rest of the game. So the old cliche is football teams are made during camp, during this 29 practice. That's when you determine whether or not you have a team. It's true. So that's the message they have, and when you have great leadership, they don't let those young guys come out and not practice well, not go hard, and they've been doing a good job before that.
I don't think we've seen a day in which, as a whole, you were disappointed with any practice so far. It's been spirited and they've been getting.
I haven't. I don't think there's a question. Every day we come out here, we've gone extremely hard and we've had fun doing it. And it's camp. That's the one thing I've said all along. I like about this football team. They like to play. You get guys out here having fun and like to play. So camp doesn't become the grind. Sometimes it does. And makes it a lot better to get you practice and your practice is better. And up to this point, that's happened. We're the kind of football team I think we are, and we have to continue to have that next week.
Coach, ramping up in the linebackers like you talked about, how much does that allow you to go into different schemes defensively, not just being stuck in a nickel and dime the entire time?
Well, it helps us because not only in that, but in the different packages, because you got guys on the second level that can run. But I think the biggest where those linebackers are going to show up even more on special teams. When you get into the coverage teams, that punt team and that kickoff team is the first play the defense plays. When you change field position with those two units, it makes it a lot easier for the defense to play defense. So we're going to get our best players on those two teams, and having the amount of linebackers now that we do that can play on the coverage team and special teams is going to help us tremendously.
Defensively, how much did that factor into last year's struggles, the special teams aspect, where teams were starting at the 35 and 40 on a lot of occasions?
I think even any time you any time your special teams are pretty good, a lot of it's contributed. Your defensive players are normally the ones on kick coverages and punt coverages because they're the ones that play space and tackle. Now, we have 4 or 5 offensive guys: Devin Smith, Andre Scott, several Reeves, and several offensive players that will play on the defensive on the kickoff team and the punt team because they're good players and they tackle in space and they do those things. But the more defensive players you got that can play on those teams, better your special teams are going to be.
Okay. Thanks, guys.